Hey folks, welcome back to the shop. Hey, I got a little project I'm working on today. I thought I'd bring you along and show you what I'm trying to do at least. My friend in the soap shop, Mustard Seed Soap Company, Dina, over there, she sells these little scoops. Not this one. This is a prototype I made up out of red cedar. And like an idiot, I wasn't watching what I was doing. I just laid it out and put the grain going sideways instead of with the handle. And let me tell you, not very strong. Red cedar, to begin with, isn't your powerhouse of woods. It's pretty flexible and brittle, more than flexible, really. And especially like this. I got one over here. I haven't sanded the handle down yet, but as you can see, it don't take much just snap that off. I was more worried about getting my line up on the CNC than grain orientation, so that's what happens, especially on something like this. I just had a spare piece of cedar that fit what I was looking for. So on that vein, I went and glued up a little hardwood piece of some just different colors and different grain patterns, a lot of oak. And I got this from a place I used to work. They were a resaw mill, but they made pallets and what have you. And they would have stuff that didn't match the criteria. So this is like seconds or thirds or fourths, really. But you plane it down, and it turns out pretty nice. It's got some nice grain to it. A lot of oak. Every once in a while, you get a piece of maple or something in there, or some spalted maple. But overall, it's oak and just general hardwood. But you glue it up in pieces, and it turns out pretty nice. So I'm gonna draw up another set of scoops and lay it out on this one, and obviously go with the grain, but it's gonna have some variation to the colors and whatnot. So I got to get on the old Vcarve and see what I can get out of there. I got a bottom here because the problem with some of this stuff is, I don't know if you can see it here, it's got a little crack running down the piece that kind of goes across the end grain like that. But that's going to be on the bottom. It'll be cleaned off, and most of the handle will be gone anyway. So I worked on that on the belt sander just quick. I did two of them and they shattered apart. I was hoping they would hold long enough to at least get the handle cleaned up enough, but no, they don't make it. All right, I'll get the plans drawn up and then, or my cut file, and we'll get back on the router. Well, pardon the screenshot off the computer with just the video, but here it is. There's my layout, 16.5 by 8.87 inches thick. I reworked it. I only had the original 5 scoops in there. I had to squeeze them in a little bit, but ugly, but it should work. All right, so let's get out there and cut it. I didn't show the whole layout process because I'm sure that's boring on video, because I don't know what I'm doing. It takes me 10 or 12 steps to do stuff that probably takes 0 time for anybody else. But so there it is. All right, here we go. We're off. And we're about ready to go. We've got our material in place. Got our bit put in. Got a 1/4 inch Downtown Jenny compression bit. Try that out for the scoop pocket cutout, and then we'll put an 1/8 inch down cut spiral bit in there just to try it out and see. All right, it's time to go. I think we're gonna, I don't know if I want to leave the dust collector off or not so you can see it. We'll put it on because it's gonna make a terrible mess. I'll fast forward it anyway. You just see the end product. Okay, here we go. Well, there's our pocket cuts. I'm gonna swap out a bit and then go for the profile cut, the handles, and the rest of the scoop, of course. Okay, there we go. We do have one little issue there. I saw that and I was going to go back and fix it, but I forgot. So those two are connected, but that shouldn't be a problem. We'll hit them with a little saw and knock them apart. No problem. Overall, they look good though, huh? I think I got the right depth. I got the pieces. Let's see what it'll come out of there. Oh, I did tack the corners down a little bit, so yeah. Smooth on the back. Okay. Excellent. All right, let me break them out of there and we'll get to cleaning up. Well, there we go. They turned out pretty good. They're a little rough on the bottom, which is okay. I'm gonna sand that down a little bit and then clean up the handles. I'm gonna use the belt sander to kind of run my profile back a little bit on this and hopefully make it flatter. There may be a better way, but that's what I'm thinking right now. It worked okay on the cedar until they started falling apart because they were weak. So these have quite a bit more strength, as you would expect going with a grain. And I think they're going to look better because they got a lot more pattern to them. Anyway, we'll get some sanded up and I'll get back to you. I'm sure you don't want to watch a sanding tutorial. Most boring thing in the world. I can run one down right quick, see if it'll... Told you, boring. So there's just the top layer. Could get a little more right there. Just some 220 grit. I mean, really, that's all you need on the... Most of the times it comes off the router pretty clean. So, all right. I've got to get some inside detail cleaned up a little bit, but let me get to work on these and I'll get back to you. And here we are back with the final sand out and finish before the actual oil finish we're going to put on. I think we're just going to dunk them in mineral oil because she may want to run these off as coffee scoops, so it's going to be food safe. But I think she's doing these as dish soap or laundry soap scoops because she makes her own laundry soap for her business. So I got her 2 different handle profiles cut just to test out and see. She's a hands-on lady and likes to make all the decisions, so I got a couple of different ones that should work. I think the thicker one's probably going to go better, feels better. This one's a little thin and flimsy, but not flimsy strength-wise, flimsy feeling, you know, where it just doesn't feel as good. So yeah, there you go. I'm going to dunk them in some oil and should be done. If you got any questions on it, I'm not an expert by any means, but certainly shoot me a comment down below. I'll get back to you with what I can and answer any questions you may have. This is just a, you know, I'm always doing different stuff like that. She's a big natural woods lady and natural products. I did a shampoo bar dish for her. This is one that's broke. I'm currently working on a solution to keep those little pieces from chipping off, but I'm not sure what it's going to be. I'm thinking about doing a round over bit on the top to make a little softened edge so it doesn't hit right on the very corner of it. And we'll try that out. But anyway, this is about scoops today. I'm going to get to these and clean the rest of those up. And I'll put a little extra finish on there in just a minute as soon as I get some oil on them, and we'll drop it back. But anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. I hope you all have a great day.